It's Crazy Monday. Did he?
American flag. If you hated Trump, wow, this is a great excuse for you to get out there.
ICE might go because in building.
Okay. I had to get some things straightened out. Ryan always, whenever he lists videos, he is always putting them as unlisted. And then when I decide to go live, you're not gonna see them. So therefore it makes it all messed up. Which I still don't think it's. Manage videos. It just never. All right, so I got to get my. I am so messed up this morning. Oh my gosh. Okay. I got yelled at. I I'm getting. Okay, so I got yelled at yesterday by my daughter-in-law. She sent me an email last night. My daughter-in-law did, that basically says, please, hey Dad, I'm sorry for inviting people to your house. It's because we don't have the space. As soon as we have a house it is ready, you will see us less at the house. And that is not okay. So here's what happened, and you know I don't get to hey, kill that fly. What fly are you talking about? What fly are you talking about? So today's show is sponsored by Joey and Lexi. Joey and Lexi. What's their last name? Razik. Joey and Lexi. Okay, today's show is Joey and Lexi. Because Joey and I think Joey or Leslie, they bought a couple rifles. Yes, on Saturday. Okay. Oh, come on. They bought a couple rifles on Saturday. All right. And of course, I screwed that up. Oh, gosh, I'm so upset this morning. Come on, man. Oh, come on, X. Can you fix this thing of yours? I've got to start all over again. X, you got to fix your problems. Oh, my goodness gracious. You touched the wrong thing on X, and the live stream just dies. I got to get a haircut. I look terrible today. I just look. So Joey, let me turn on the lights. I'm all by myself today. I got yelled at from Daniel because I gave Mac Henry the day off because it's a holiday. It's Christopher Columbus Day. And yes, Christopher Columbus was a great man. He discovered America. Okay, people can say all this about, all the Indians on. Yeah, okay, fine. I'm part Cherokee, okay? If it wasn't America being discovered, it would have been somebody else, okay? I'm proud of America. We got an Italians. Christopher Columbus. They came all the way across the ocean blues. 1492. They sailed the ocean blue. And they discovered America. Well, it was already discovered. Well, no, it wasn't. Well, the sad truth is that let me put it this way. So we've got two guns that were purchased by Joey and Lexi. And unfortunately, I only have one of them in the store. Oh, you gotta be kidding. 25C. We better have more of these. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose it. I gotta go outside in the sea container. Unbelievable. I'll be right back. Okay, so I knew today would be kind of messy. Oh my gosh. Everything's going wrong. Everything is going wrong that can go wrong today. Okay, so let me tell you my problems. Okay, so here's the situation. So yesterday, okay, so let me go over my yesterday with you. Okay? So yesterday, today is David's birthday. Okay, today is the 13th of October. Okay, so David's 12 years old. So yesterday we decided to go to Dave & Buster's, which we've been doing off and on every year for birthdays. Last year I think we went to Sky Zone, okay, which he likes. So we decided to go to Sky Zone last year. And this year, we decided to go back to Dave & Buster's, okay? So we go to Dave & Buster's. We had church. And so then you can't make this stuff up. Literally, you guys cannot make this stuff up, okay? I live in a chaotic world. I really do. So I got to calm down. And I got to do this for Leslie and Joe, okay, because Lexi ordered 2 guns, and I called her on Saturday. I'll get to the other story. Let me finish this, though. And so I called her, and I said, did you mean to order 2 of these guns? Because they're the same gun. She goes, yeah, I ordered one for mine, and I wanted one for my brother, I think. And so I told him that I was going to do a video that is going to basically talk about them. So I have to do a short off camera because I can't show you the gun. I can't show you the gun tonight. Well, actually I can. As long as I don't point at it. How am I going to do this? Okay, so behind my head, okay, my hat too. Oh, my cowboy hat. Behind my cowboy hat is an item that is, listen here, Pilgrim, that's our new bold action, okay? And that's what Lexi and Joe purchased. And so I'm going to do a short, okay, for them, okay? I told them I was going to do a short, and I'm going to mention Joe and Lexi, okay? So I'm going to do that when I get done talking about what happened yesterday. How it all just kind of it's all just caved in on me, okay? So we had church yesterday, and after church, we were going to take David and all the kids and some friends to go to Dave & Buster's. So and Kathy then forgot, of course, Sunday morning, she forgets that she has to go pick up Catherine's friend at the airport at 2:30. Well, that means that she's not going to be able to come to the Dave & Buster's, and so she's going to come late. So I said to her, listen, I'll take all the kids in the van to Dave & Buster's. Okay, I'll take all the kids in the van after church to Dave & Buster's, and you go get the cake, and you meet us there, okay? And then you can leave at 2:30 because the airport is 30 minutes closer with the because you're close to the Detroit airport. in Toledo. You're a little closer, about 45 minutes. So, so I take David. I get in the car. We get everybody in the van. And so I'm halfway there, okay? And I get a phone call from Kathy. And the first thing she says is, "Don't worry, it's not bad." I said, "Oh my gosh, what is it now?" She got in an accident again. I mean, I don't know how many times. I would have to take out insurance just on how many times my wife has had an accident in cars that we have had. Okay? I could list, every single vehicle that matter of fact, the Ford Flex, every single dent, every single scratch, every single indentation has been my wife hitting something, okay? Hitting something. Every vehicle that we've had, okay? I'm numb right now, and so I get a call, and she goes, "Dear, I hit somebody. It's not bad. It's more of a scratch." Okay, so she sent me pictures. Okay, she sent me pictures of the car. Okay, so I got pictures of the car. I got pictures of the car yesterday. Okay. And I didn't really get a chance to look at it. And it's all scratched up. It's all dented in. The side of the car is all dented in. It's all scratched up. See, it's all scratched up. It's all dented in. And so David is right next to me as I'm driving. He goes, "She did it again, Dad. She literally, she is wrecked. She just can't stop crashing." Okay, so I'm going to Dave & Buster. I have to tell this story because I want people to understand the life that I live, okay? That it is a life that I don't intentionally have. It's a life that is thrown upon me, okay? And I want you to understand that, yeah, she's fine. It was a scratch and dent, okay? It was just kind of like she turned wrong. She was pulling out of McDonald's and she didn't turn hard enough and she scraped the person's. Oh, I can't believe it. Okay, so anyways, so I'm in the car. And she goes, "I need I need the car insurance." And so I'm driving right now. Okay. So I happened to stop at a stop sign and I was able to get it in faxer. And then she said, "Well, it's the wrong date. That's the expired one." And so I got online and got it on, I downloaded the State Farm app and blah, 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 blah. So anyways, we get to Dave & Buster's. Okay, now we haven't been to Dave & Buster's in a year, okay? So we walk into Dave & Buster's and they've changed everything. They've gotten away with all the personal counters with people you actually talk to, and they've gone to all these stupid kiosks, which I hate kiosks. I hate doing things with computers. I want to talk to a person. So I'm already upset because of the accident. I go into Dave & Buster's, and the way they have the seating now is they have 3 booths, okay, now in front of the arcade of the one that we were at, which blocks your view to the arcade. It's real stupid. Whoever thought of blocking the arcade is stupid, okay? And the whole design was stupid. Now, so I was upset about all this, and then I noticed that they changed with all the tickets and how you buy the tickets now. It's play and eat, I think it's called. Well, then I figured out that if you buy a card with 200 tickets, you get 1 free entree or a appetizer. I said, "Well, wow." I said, "Well, I'm going to buy 4 cards because I got all these kids. So I'm going to buy 4 cards, $39.99, and then I'm going to get 4 free appetizers. I mean, well, that's a deal. So I started to think, well, maybe this is a good idea. So then I was talking to the manager. I said, was this, people really like this? Well, some people do. Some people don't like this. They don't like this big rental because they got these 4 booths that you rent. It's kind of your personal area and they're empty. Go figure that. So the kids did spend, I mean, we got, they're really, arcades are more just fun. The tickets are a bonus, but the food, okay, I actually saved, which I asked the man, I said, well, I don't understand this. How you're getting the, so if you don't get the food, if you buy 200 tickets, okay, it's $35.99. But if you get it with the appetizer, the food, it's $35.99 or $39.99. So this appetizer is $5. But if you buy that appetizer all by itself, it's $13. I'm thinking, well, I don't understand. Why don't people just buy these tickets and get all this free food? Well, most people don't know to do that. So I actually saved money this year by going to Dave & Buster's because all I did, and then I go, well, so if I go in there, if I go into the arcade and buy or recharge this with 200 tokens, do I get another appetizer? No, you have to do that in here. And so I just was sitting at the table and ordered 3 more cards or 2 more cards. I got 2 more cards. That's right. And which gave me 2 more appetizers. I got chicken tenders and I got the slider burgers. You got 4 slider burgers with fries. The kids loved it. Plus we got the slider burgers and the chicken wings. So, all right. So we get all this done. Kathy gets there like at 2:30. We're almost ready to leave. She finally shows up with the cake because it's, she had to wait for the sheriff's department, all with the car and everything. You can't make this stuff up, people. It's like it doesn't exist. And so then I'm running the kids all around. I then take the kids to the mall. We kind of walk in the mall. David finds another gift for his birthday. I let him get another gift for his birthday. And then I take him to go, I go to McDonald's. We're going to go to, I said, everybody, how many want an ice cream cone? Okay, so we go to McDonald's, and that's your joke. Ice cream cones are totally out of price nowadays. $2.59 for an ice cream cone. Give me a break. It's not even $1 worth of ice cream. And so I'm telling you all this, guys. You just have to live with it, okay? I'm telling you all these stories, okay? It's my weekend. I haven't even got to the good part yet, okay? So I then run the kids. We go get ice cream. I then drop the kids, Cameron and Mason off at their house. And then I drive back. I've been doing this now. It's 3 o'clock now. It's about 3 o'clock, 3:30, almost 4 o'clock. No, by the time we get home, because where else did we go? Wait a minute. Yeah, that's right, because we spent about an hour at the mall. And by the time we get home, it's 5:30. And Kathy goes, well, they have the youth, okay, at 6 o'clock. And I said, okay, all right. So the kids get in the car with Kathy, drive with Kathy. And they go to church. So it's 6 o'clock. I'm home alone right now. And I'm out in the shed and I'm kind of tired. I'm falling asleep. I said, you know what? I'm going to go in the house. I'm going to go in the house and I'm going to go take a nap. So I'm in the shed and I'm going to go take a nap. All right. Because I'm thinking, okay, Kathy's gone. She won't be back till 8 o'clock after Sunday school or after the youth at this church. So I'll have at least 2 hours to go in the house. I sit in my chair. I was just going to go take a nap. I was just going to sit in the chair and kind of take a nap. That was my thought. So immediately I come out of the shed. I come out of the shed and Jesse and the babies and Mac is there in the yard. they're playing it, and I'm thinking to myself, oh no. And it's not like I don't want them there. I do want them there. But you know what's like, I was exhausted. And I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go and take it.
What were you exhausted for?
I was just gonna go oh, shut up. I was gonna take a nap. Okay.
You gotta make sure Jess knows that you were just joking around yesterday.
I tried to.
She's all afraid to come over.
No, oh my gosh. So then Jesse, you know, I'm in the house. So they decided they were going to make dinner. I don't know what they were going to do. Jesse says that Daniel's going to make dinner. Okay, so I go into the house because I was just going to sit in the chair and just take a nap. Well, you can't take a nap with the two babies in the house. So they're in the house and they're running around and playing, and I'm playing music videos on YouTube and then all of a sudden there's another family shows up with two more kids. Well, Jesse invited this family, this Mexican family. They're really nice. I can't speak any Spanish. They didn't speak any English other than Maria. Maria is a little girl. Got her to say hello, Mr. Young, or Bryan. Anyway, so they had dinner. They invited this family over for dinner. Okay, now I wouldn't have had a problem with any of this if I knew that it was going to happen. Okay, if you would have said to me, I don't necessarily like surprises. Okay. They did, you know, unless you'd have come to me and said, hey, Dad, I'm going to come over with, I said, fine. I'll just stay in the shed and take a nap. Okay. I'd have just stayed in the shed and take a nap. You guys go have your fun. And that'd have been fine. Everything would have been fine. But it was sprung on me. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, my mindset was, okay, I was going to go in and take a nap. I was just going to sit in the chair, watch a couple of videos, and then I would fall asleep and just take a nap. Okay. Because it was only 6 o'clock, and that's the way it was going to be. A lot of personal problems this week.
These are gun orders over the weekend.
Yes, I know. I haven't even got to that yet.
I know, and these are slot car orders over the weekend.
Right, I know. More gun orders than slot cars. Yes. Well, that's because we're not pushing slot cars anymore.
How do we push slot cars more than we are right now?
I don't know. Then what do we do? Should we get rid of slot cars? Should we drop slot cars?
I think we just get rid of them and focus 100%.
Get rid of guns and get rid of slot cars and go all into guns.
They're easier too. I can just reorder them. I don't have to make new SKUs every month. It's just
Mac Henry. It's Columbus Day. Take about the Italians on live stream. Yeah, talk about live streams. If anyone
that's
asks,
what I was trying to get to. Did you tell him to take the day off without talking to me? Did he ask you? That's what.
No. I just was in here. I was driving in. See, I get yelled at for everything.
I'm not yelling
No,
at
you are.
I'm just
and I
trying to
said to
figure it
myself,
out.
you know, by doing that, you know, if I give Mac Henry the day off today, without asking Daniel, he's going to call me and complain. Why did you give Mac Henry the day off? And I did. I came in this morning. I'm sitting at the. I said, you know what? I'm just going to text. It's Columbus Day. The post office is shut down. You know what? I'm just going to say, Mac, take the day off. And I said to him, I said, I'm going to give you that, but you're going to have to step it up the rest of this week. You know, and so I gave him the day. And then 5 minutes later, he calls me.
Okay.
Hey, did you give Mac Henry the day off? I go, yes.
But this is the only issue I have. He can take a day off whenever he wants. We're a family business. Does that make sense? We can just take days off whenever. I could call you tomorrow and be like, "Hey, I'm taking the day off."
No, you can't.
Yes, you're not going to fire me. And just like if Mac says tomorrow he's not coming in, he wants to take the day off, we're not going to fire him either. So we don't have. If it makes
now, Ryan's you are complaining about Danny not telling you about PPL coming over. But you don't talk about how Mac's day off. Ironically,
yeah, you don't tell me about Mac taking a day off on the biggest day.
Well, how is this the biggest day?
It's Monday. Just because you take Monday off federally doesn't mean orders stop shipping in. Like, look at the amount of orders we have. Did these slow down because of Columbus Day? That's the point. My whole issue is communication. Hey, Daniel, do you think it'd be a good idea to give Mac the day off today? I would have responded with, no, probably not. If Mac needs the day off, he can take the day off, and I don't have a problem with that. We'll work around it. But we're a family business. If somebody needs a day off, they just take the day off. We're not obliged to the federal
Robert
holiday
Duvall,
system.
Danny is whining again.
It's because this is what I gotta deal with.
Daddy is whining again.
Not whining, it's communication. Who said that anyway?
Hey, Robert Duvall, you're whining again.
All right, we're banning Robert Duvall. You're getting a timeout there, buddy.
You can't do that here.
Yeah, he gets a timeout. We're giving him a 10-second timeout. There we go.
I didn't do that. You just gave Daniel a timeout.
No,
Ryan.
he deleted a message or something. I don't know. There you go, Rob. Yellow shirt. No, I got the blue shirt. The blue shirt. What's the blue shirt? And I got this beautiful hat. He doesn't even have one of these hats. So that's my whole point. It's communication. So for whatever you're complaining about with Sunday night with the Mexican family that stopped by.
But see, that's a big difference. This is, I don't mind you coming.
This is our livelihood you're affecting.
No. But that has nothing to do with my house. It would have been. I would have been perfectly fine if you would have just said, "Hey, Dad, I'm coming over for dinner. I'm bringing the kid." I said, "That's great." I would have just not said to take a nap, but I had pre-planned a nap in my head. I was going to go in the house, and then as soon as I walked out, there they are. All four of them are right in the yard.
And
I'm
you
thinking,
never would have taken a nap.
what?
Even if I told you, you would have been too excited to come see the new people.
I wouldn't have taken a nap.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm getting at.
That's what I'm getting at.
You would have came in the house.
No, but
and
it's
everything
what
would
I'm
have stayed
saying
the same.
is, forget
And
it.
you like living in stress.
No, I do not like living in stress. See, and that's the big lie. So you honestly think that I liked all that tension last night?
100%.
Unbelievable.
I saw your battery being recharged in real time. Why do you think you have so much energy this morning? You're welcome.
Oh my
You're
gosh.
welcome.
You can't make this stuff up. I mean, my wife, let me go through the progression of cars that I've had. I'm going to give you the history of the cars that I've had. All right, so my first car was brand new, was a Ford Escort, 1980 Ford Escort. I sold that to Kathy's brother, Danny, and Danny drove it from 70 to 90,000 miles without an oil change, and he blew the engine. Okay, that was the first vehicle. So technically, Kathy didn't correct it. The second vehicle that I had was a 1985 and a half Ford Escort. Brand new, right off the lot. She smashed into somebody, the front end on the driver's side, just smashed it in. It never was the same after that happened. Okay, that's the second vehicle. The third vehicle is a was a Dodge van, okay, a Caravan, all right, and she was rear-ended in the Dodge Caravan, okay. That was the second. The third vehicle was totaled. It's another Dodge van. Kimberly was hit on the passenger side. It was total. And Kimby was life flighted from Elmwood all the way to the Toledo Hospital because we didn't know she was going to live. And then she dies 10 years later. Go figure. Unbelievable. So that was a minivan that was totaled. Okay. Then I had my GMC Safari, which she ran into a parking pole, just scraped half the vehicle. Okay. Then we had the RAV4 that when she was backing out of the driveway in Wayne here, she rear-ended the snowplow, the city snowplower, just ripped the side of the vehicle. I had to get the whole new back end. Just terrible. So that was the other vehicle. Then actually, you know what? There's only one vehicle that she never got in, and she hated that vehicle. I just remembered it. It was a 2010 HHR, a stick shift. She hated that vehicle. That's the only vehicle she never got in an accident with. Then she had, I bought the brand new Toyota Sienna, and was loaded back in 2016, okay, or 2015 after we adopted the kids, and she gets in a accident and it is totaled. Every airbag goes off, okay? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. And then I buy the minivan, okay? And she rear-ended one time with the minivan and the door, the side door. On the Transit. And then we buy the Ford Flex. We buy the Ford Flex. And every scrape, every indentation on that vehicle is I call them, what do you call them? You call them fender benders. They're a fender bender. The vehicle has 10 fender benders on the vehicle. The HHR does. 10 fender benders, okay? And they're all, and David said, it's not, I didn't say it yesterday. David said, Dad, I think you're going to have to start driving Mom. She doesn't know how to drive. So I'm already upset that my car is already damaged. I go to Dave & Buster's. I actually save money at Dave & Buster's. I buy actually less tickets than I normally do, or coupon tickets. And there's only one. So let me explain to you about Dave & Buster's. So this is Frankie playing. So he had 200 tickets. Frankie and Cameron were playing together. And they got Frankie gave me his card back when he was done. This was the card that Cameron and Frankie were using. He gave me his card back. He had accrued 0 tickets. 0 tickets on 200 tokens. He got 0 tickets. There's only one game. And it is, I can't think of the name of it. What's the name of it? But it's basically you basically have coins that come down, and then sometimes it'll build this giant tower, okay? And there's only one way to play that game is to overload it, okay? And every time I overload it, I get anywhere from 1,000 to 1,200 tickets, okay? And the only way you get even close to making your money back is if you can get high tokens. So most of the kids on all their cards had got, 400, 500 tokens, okay? The max, I think, was 500 tokens. Well, my card, because I had 200 games, there's tickets, I think. You get, some games are 7 tickets, 8, 9, 10. The game I played on is 10 tickets, okay? And I got back 1,700 tickets, okay? Because then you calculate all the tickets you got, and you can then redeem for some trinket toy in the store. I used to have a store like that. It was called Professor Tinker's Workshop. It was a part toy store, part Chuck E. Cheese or Dave & Buster's. It was a combination. And my idea was way ahead of theirs. I still think it's a great concept for a chain store. I think ProTinkerToys, Professor Tinker's Workshop, would be a great franchise all over the country, okay? Because what you do is you don't see, when I had Professor Tinker's Workshop, there was 2 ways you can do the tickets. You can redeem your ticket for a cheap toy, or you can save it, okay, and invest in a real Tinker dollar, which was basically a real dollar, okay, but you had to save them. You got, I think it was a 95% return, or maybe it was 85. You didn't get as much, but you got more in the long term, okay? And I had kids coming in a year or 6 months later, and they'd have like 60 Tinker dollars. Well, they were able to buy whatever they wanted in the store, okay? Because it encouraged kids to save, to get the Tinker dollars, because those were worth more than tokens, okay? Because you could go buy your cheap trinket toys, which were, just, cheap stuff, or you could save and get a real toy like a Thomas the Tank Train, or maybe a some other item that was an actual toy, and you had a better value. So that's what was my concept was, ProTinkerToys and a Chuck E. Cheese kind of together. Because we did birthday parties. We had birthday parties in the store. My stepdad, Mac, he painted these beautiful paintings. And then they tore them all down. Oh, it was terrible. Mac spent so much time painting all these paintings. And then the store closed because we didn't have enough, basically we didn't have enough capital. We didn't have enough capital. That's been the whole problem with most of my ideas. I don't have enough capital. You have to have enough capital to continue the business. You can't do it on shoestring budgets. Doesn't happen. Will not happen. Never happens. I don't care what businesses you're talking at. You look all these businesses, they have capital that comes in and invests it into the business, which then expands it, and you can go global, or like Buffalo Wild Wings. There's two chains of restaurants that are local here in Ohio. One is called Buffalo Wild Wings, which started in Columbus, was a regional, which was regional, only had like 10 or 15 stores, okay? But they needed the investment to go national. So they had to get the investment. They had to, and then what happens is normally a new team comes in, and it's normally a team that will then take it nationally, okay? Because there's another chain here in town. There's one in Bowling Green. Oh gosh, what's it called? I'm trying to think the name of it. It's not Buffalo Wild Wings, but it's a regional chain here in Ohio, but they're not national, okay? And it takes a next step to go national. And that's kind of same thing with ProTinkerToys.com. I mean, this concept could technically go national, where you have your main, almost like a national Amazon, where you have your online store, okay, so everything's online, but then you have your local stores where people actually can go in and buy the stuff personally, physically. So anyways, I'm just kind of talking. So that was my weekend. It was another chaotic, absolute terror on two legs, and I've got to make this phone call again, because I got to get a hold of these boxes. I need these boxes for, so I need to call Doug. Doug, Bryan Young, how are you doing? Good. I was talking to you last week about seeing if you guys have got any second dishwasher boxes. Jennifer? Jennifer Graham. Now where... Jennifer Graham. Okay. Just what number? This number, or do you have another number? This number I called, what number did I call? Hold on a second, I got it right here. No, I didn't. No, it was a 419 number. 419. Um, oh, come on, Brian. Why is it that whenever you want to do something, you start to lose your mind? Oh, 419 423 6464 number. Yep. Okay, and then ask for Jennifer Graham. Jennifer Graham. Thank you so much, Doug. I appreciate it. Bye bye. Jennifer Graham. Okay. I'm sorry. Can you give me that number again? I must have wronged the wrong digit. Jennifer. Jen. Okay, yeah, I was going to say, okay, yeah, that's better. Well, okay, thanks a lot, Doug. Appreciate it. Have a good day. Just be with me, guys. Yeah, I'm trying to get a hold of Jennifer Graham. Yeah, like graham cracker. Thank you. Hey, Jennifer, my name is Brian Young. I've been getting washer boxes for you. I do mazes for community events. I connect boxes together and I do mazes. I cut holes and let kids go through them. And I've been getting boxes for years from you guys. The refrigerator, or not refrigerator, but dishwasher boxes that are like seconds or bad production or something. And usually I get like 50, 60 to maybe 100 of them. Please give me a call back and see if I can get those. I've got to do a thing for Halloween, a big maze here in Wayne, Ohio. If you could give me a call back, I'd greatly appreciate it. My name is Brian Young, 419-575-3776. Thank you, Jennifer. Have a great day, okay? Bye-bye. All right, so that I got to get these boxes for this maze here at the for things. I got to get it set up before I go for the Cleveland show. It's on the same weekend, Halloween. It's another intense situation that I have to deal with. I just honestly I would. Oh my gosh, I'd just like to retire. Get out of here. Then I got Jesse all mad at me. I got to do a video for Jesse. I'm going to do a video for Jesse. I'm going to do a video for Jesse. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, Jesse, I'm sorry to you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. I do get several forgivenesses, okay? I'm just a grandfather and I get forgivenesses once in a while. I'm sorry. Ryan Young, ha ha ha. You love it. No, I don't. No, I don't. And that's the biggest thing that I get upset about Ryan is he thinks that I love this, that I relish this type of, and I don't actually. You kids are driving me crazy. I'd say, Adam, you got to stop with all these memes. Here's what Adam said about Kathy, which is the drive test dummies. Jessica. Jessica just sent something. Jessica, let's see. Okay, so she liked it. She liked my video. She liked my video. Okay, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, Jesse, I'm sorry to you. I actually had fun with the family. They had two kids. They're from Spain or from Mexico. They're immigrant farmer workers. He works for a dairy. And I had a good conversation. They don't speak any English. No English. So everything I'm doing, I'm translating. Okay? Everything I'm saying, I'm translating it. You know, and so it's just like what do you do? You know, and then I have my sons here that mock me and everything. You got Alfred. What are you retracting, Alfred? Danny, we just discussed with high volume so everyone can hear. I have very bad hearing. What are you talking about? We just discussed with a high volume so everyone can hear. I have a very bad hearing. But that doesn't even make any sense. What he just said. It has no sense at all. What he just said. He makes these comments that make no sense. All right, so I need to do this video for Joey and Lexi, okay? I need to do a short, okay? Because I can't show you the toy guns on the live stream because I get banned. So I have to do a short off screen, okay? And so I'm going to turn. Now, if you want to watch it on X, you can watch it on X because I'm going to be doing it on X. So I'll give you guys a minute if you want to go to X and subscribe on X, or just go to ProTinker and you'll be able to watch it on X. And then because I'm going to be doing the video on YouTube short. I'm going to be doing a short on YouTube. So I need to change channel to go to Pro Tinker. I'm going to go here. I'll wait a little bit. I'll give you guys a minute to get on to X. Bryan has been trying to get through his monologue for at least 1.5 hours. I'm done with my monologue. All right, so we're going to do a short. Okay, we're going to do a short. We're going to do a short here in the store. And I'm going to do a short about our bolt action. You get a little pistol, steel and wood, real. What these will pop out every time. Okay, you ready? So we're gonna do a video. We got nobody on, nobody watching on X. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna do this video on X. Here's the deal. Here, guys, and I've explained this about 5 billion times. And I know some of you are probably saying, why does he keep doing these videos off screen? Okay, because every time I do these videos, we sell a couple hundred guns. We just sold we sold more guns this weekend than we did with Cap or with the with slot cars. How does that make? We did sell another giant raceway set. Okay, now listen here, Pilgrim. This is Bryan Young with ProTinkerToys.com. I got Joey and Lexi. They bought one of my cap guns, which is, well, it's not a cap gun. This is just a fun gun. It's called the, what is this called? It's called the 270 bolt action wooden and steel and toy rifle gun. So your rifle is all steel. This is plastic, which has a scope. And it's kind of like a bolt action, because what happens is when you go like this, a bolt will always pop out after you fire with it. It's just a fun gun. Plus it has a clip that you put all of them in here and pretend like you're shooting and everything. This is a really fun gun. This is for Joey and Lexi. They're having some fun here. And I told them I was going to do a video that was talking about Joey and Lexi. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, lots of fun here at ProTinkerToys.com. That's right. You can have lots of fun at ProTinkerToys.com. Don't forget, ProTinkerToys.com. We got die cast. We got Paris Manufacturing. Paris Manufacturing makes a lot of wooden rubber band guns, too. Or not wooden rubber band. There's no rubber bands in this. This is all wooden, okay? This is my Texas Roadhouse. We got, so this is the bolt action, the 670 25C carded. Gotcha. Oh, yeah, baby. Only at ProTinkerToys.com. And these are for Joey and Roxy. No, Lexi and Joey. Okay, Joey? Okay. Yeah, cowboy. That's for Joey and Lexi. Only available at ProTinkerToys.com. The 25C. Here it is. This is what it looks like. 25C. It's a beautiful rifle. It comes on a nice card like this. It comes with a bolt. These bolts will actually pop out of the gun. Every time you pull this thing back, the bolt action ejects the bullets. Pretty sweet. Only available at ProTinkerToys.com. Well, not only, but I have the most selection, so you might as well just buy all your cap guns for me anyways. Yeah, baby! At ProTinkerToys.com! Yeehaw, cowboy! Oh, no, there's no caps! Oh, no! You do realize that I was doing a video.
Yeah, cowboy.
You do realize I was doing a video, right? Right. You called me right during my show.
I wasn't watching.
What do you?
I got an important question. Do you think my camper would be able to plug in inside that building at the show, like yours does?
Yeah.
It won't. You don't think it would be a problem?
No. Why?
Okay, I just wanted. Well, I didn't know if I needed to bring a generator or not. And then where do you think I should park that beast?
Well,
Right by you?
Well, I don't know if you can or not. I suppose if we get there early, you can park right next to, across the, in near the road.
That's what I was thinking right there. So maybe save it. Because you're going to probably beat me there because I'm coming from work that day. So I'm bringing my camper front to work and then leaving from work.
See, and you're supposed to be there early, but obviously you're not. See, again, you're failing.
I can't. I know. So, but, I can't wait to be spending the whole weekend with you. We're going to be camping. We can do fireside chat without a fire.
I'm not having a fire chat. No, I don't want to have a fire, okay?
Oh, okay.
Unbelievable.
Man. Now they're asking us if you and I can do the auction Saturday night for the Boy Scouts Club.
Hey, did you see Anthony Bateman Sr. had a campfire? Did you see his campfire? Did everybody see Anthony Bateman's campfire?
We gotta promote that.
Did anybody ever see? Did you see Anthony Bateman's campfire last night? I think it was huge. I was wondering if he was gonna burn his house down.
Well, he knows how to put them out, right, bro?
Yeah, he was a fireman. That's right. All right, I gotta finish my videos.
All right, bro. Have a good day, bro.
Unbelievable.
Okay, now listen.
Yeah, did anybody watch Anthony Bateman's?
This is Bryan Young with ProTinkerToys.com. I got Joey and Lexi. They bought one of my cap guns, which was not a cap gun. This is just a fun.
Did anybody see Anthony Bateman's video last night? Man, it was huge. I just wondered how he was able to get how he's allowed to have that fire in downtown in town. How you're allowed to have that fire in town. He was going to wet the bed. .270 bolt action wooden and steel toy rifle. .25C. This video is for Joey and Lexi. All right, so Joey and Lexi, we got his video up. Mike, he's a fireman. It comes down to a controlled burn. That was so funny last night. I mean, he's throwing on logs that are just huge. You know what it does? You know what it shows? It shows that Anthony I feel, what do you call that? What do you call that? I feel humbled, okay, because he's watched my videos and he starts his own. Here's Anthony Bateman Sr. Okay, so here's Anthony Bateman. Anthony Bateman started watching my live stream. You know, he's got his basement, he starts doing this racetracks and everything, and then all of a sudden, you know, he's feeling like camaraderie, you know, and he's saying, you know what, I want to start my own videos, which I think everybody should have their own videos. Whatever you want to do one on. It's not easy, okay? And so Anthony starts to do his own videos, just showing things off. Hey, bros, you know, hey, my slut car bros. You know, he's showing all his stuff downstairs, his basement, how awesome it is.
Okay, now listen here, Pilgrim. This is Bryan Young with ProTinkerToys.
Yeah, Diane Keaton.
I got Joey and Lexi.
Diane Keaton passed away. That was a shocker.
One of my cap guns, which was not a cap gun.
Well, you know what? It's not a shocker, okay? You know, people do die. It's just, Everybody,
Okay,
everybody,
now
everybody runs. Everybody runs the gambit. You have a run, and then you don't have it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Amor. Your videos, shorts.
Okay, now listen here, Pilgrim. This is Bryan Young with ProTinkerToys.com. I got Joey and Lexi. They bought one of my cap guns.
Well, see, here's the deal. You know, here's the deal. Well, the hostages got released in Israel. You can give him credit, or you don't have to give him credit. You know, I find it amazing how there is so much hatred toward one man. It's almost absurd. Anyways, we've got the hostages coming back. They're already back, I guess. And okay, so Jim Slot Carb Session says, stay on subject you were talking about. Okay, so I don't remember what I was talking about because I'm all over it this morning, okay? I was doing my monologue. I was telling everybody about how this weekend kind of fell apart and how that it just was one of those crazy weekends yesterday. And then I got Halloween and this Cleveland slot car show all messed up. I thought the Cleveland slot car was this weekend, but it's actually next weekend. And I got that all messed up. Next, not next. Okay, so we have next weekend, which is not this weekend. So this weekend is coming up this Saturday. Okay, all right. Now next Saturday is the Saturday after this Saturday, which is the 25th. And I got it all messed up that the Cleveland Slot Car Show was actually this weekend, which I was totally wrong. And I still haven't, oh my gosh, I still haven't paid the Cleveland. Oh, I got to get that paid. I got to do that today. So they changed, iPhone changed OSI 26 changes everything on your phone, okay? Somebody at Apple needs to get paid, okay? And so they change all the little features of the phone and all the little things. Everything is changed. Everything you do, everything every app is changed on Apple, you know, so everything is different. Everything is different, okay? Bryan, you're a wild and crazy guy. Let's say on my only day off from work, and I got to listen to no slot cars. All right, I'm going to get into slot cars. Okay, yes, let me get into slot cars. because I don't want people to get up. Robert Novell is getting upset that I don't talk about slot cars. All right, so let's go and do some slot cars. All right, because Robert Novell. Okay, so we have a very big problem. We have a race set. We have $60, $70 off on that race set right now, which is the Blues Brothers, the first Blues Brothers set. We have that set on sale for $70 off on the Blues Brothers set. Let me go show you. And Daniel was telling me that we have sold 0 sets. And I don't know what to tell you guys. I have tried to do what I can to help slot car companies the best I can, and I am no longer going to help people anymore. If they want my help, if anybody wants my help, they have to pay for it. You have to pay. You have to pay to get my help. If you want my, so we have the Rally 4x4 set, which is a great set, and then we also have the where is it? Right here, the Blues Brothers set. Now this is the Blues Brothers set comes with 28 feet of track, and the Blues Brothers set is on sale right now. You get up to $70 off on this set right now. All you have to do is go to the website. This is 28 feet of track. It comes with the 2 amp chassis, the extraction chassis, extraction amp chassis. Great set, brand new set. Okay, happy Columbus Day, everybody. Still the greatest show on earth. That's right. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much for telling me that I'm the greatest show on earth. I appreciate. I got 50 people watching today, and that's because it's a holiday. Okay, so we do have lots of slot cars. This is the new set. This is the. I don't know why. See, this is another thing. Why they would do 2 Blues Brothers sets? Why they would do why they do 2 Blues Brothers sets? Okay, what is the point? You know, honestly, I hate to be critical, but I have to ask the obvious. Why do 2 sets? What's the point? Am I missing something here? Seriously, am I missing something? Why do 2 sets? Obviously, it's for Hobby Lobby. It has to be. This is the only reason to do 2 Blues Brothers sets is because of Hobby Lobby. That's the only reason I can come up with the reason. Okay, that's the only reason. Okay, you get $70 off on this set right here, this Blues Brothers set, and that's going on right now. So all you have to do is go to the item. The discount will come off as you check out. You want to get a Blues Brothers set, plus this car comes with the speaker. The other car does not have the speaker. The only way you can get the speaker is in the set, okay? And that will be a valuable car, just so you know, okay? That will be a value. And some people are taking rope and actually putting rope on the speaker. Way too soon for another Blues Brothers. No, I know. I understand. I don't understand it. Listen, I am an ignorant. I am an ignorant person. I have never been selling slot cars. I don't know slot cars. I haven't been selling them for the last 30 years. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I am just a novice. Okay, and I just own a toy store. And honestly, I'm at my wit's end. I love Auto World. I love their product. Obviously, because we have all the exclusives. I do love their product. I think their product is great. I question some of the decisions they make. Honestly, And if I can't question the decisions they make, then we do have a problem. And then you have distributors that are closing out their product on certain items. Okay, Horizon's one of them. What's going on with Horizon? Why they're moving all this product out? Does that help anybody? No, it doesn't help anybody. But that's one set we have. And then we have the Artron set. This is another great set. And this set is also available. The Arton set. Arton Senna set. Another great set. Plus we have all the race sets. We have the California Cruising, Scooby-Doo, the double 8 race set, Tokyo Midnight, Fast and Furious, the Breeze set, the Gold Rush set. We have the Country Charger set, and we have the Love set. We have the Cross Track set. So we have every set that you can possibly imagine. So if you want to get into slot cars, we have the race set to do it. Now, honestly, there's several ways you can do it, okay? The R10 Senta set is a great set. It's over 80 or 60 feet of track. It's a lot of track. That's all I can say. This set is a great deal, okay? If you want to get into slot cars, you want to try the Arton Senna set. Hey, I need you in here for a second. So if you want to try an Arton Senta set, this is another set that you want to try, okay? And this is a great starter set, all right? It comes with a lot of track, has the new cars in it. This is just a phenomenal set, just to start your layout. And we've got people starting their layouts everywhere. I mean, they're just one after another. It's one person at a time, guys, that starts to get into slot cars. It might be the, okay, why does that keep popping up? It might be the Arton Senna set. Sienna set. Senta, I keep saying Senta. I know there's no T in it, okay? Give me a break, will you? Arton Senna. All right, Arton Senna set. This is a phenomenal deal. You can build over 8 different layouts with this thing. That's a phenomenal deal set. And then if you have a small room and you just want to do an AFX Racing Champion set, this set you can do up to 4 layouts or 6 layouts. Look at that, 6 different layouts right here. And then you have your Blues Brothers set. I mean, that comes with 28 feet of track. And then you can take that set. You can take that set and you can combine it with.
I think we just need to start pushing the Super International. Even though we don't make any margins on it, we just need to get a set out there and just start pushing it. Maybe we just start racing that for race night.
We sell Super Internationals.
I know, but I'm saying that maybe that should just be the set we push it as hard as we push.
Okay, how do you do the discounts again on items?
So it says discounts, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you can add one with the little plus button. You want to do an amount off product, right? You want a discount code or an automatic discount? You just want it to happen?
No, I want to put 10% off on an item or 20%.
Do you want it to automatically happen or do you want them to put in a code?
No, I wanted to show that little thing there that this is on sale.
Okay, I'm gonna ask again. Do you want them to input a code or not?
No, they don't have to put a code.
Okay, do automatic discount then.
Right.
That means they won't have to put in a code for it to be active.
Percentage?
Mm-hmm.
Applies to what?
You could either do it. So if you're doing a bunch of them, you might want to attribute it to a collection.
No, there's no code. I'm just going to randomly do discounts. Put things all over the place. And then save.
Well, you have to attribute an item then. Applies to the item.
Where's the item?
Well, it depends on what item it is.
Where is it?
You have to click applies to.
Add to?
No, applies to.
Where's applies? Where's applies to? Oh my God.
Select products.
Specific product.
Add product.
Specific conditions or specific
So a
product?
collection is a group of products that you can attribute.
No, I don't want to
tag
collect. Just one item.
There you go, right there. Select products. Now add the product.
We got to get a new picture of this Sienna set.
Well, you already have that pretty cheap, $225 or $250. Okay, so now all customers, no minimum requirements, combinations. Now you want to go to that product. I don't know if you can go to it from here.
Okay. That's not even funny. You know, it really isn't. I mean, you and Ryan literally. Okay, it doesn't show the discount bullet on here.
Now I know. Let's do that now. Now go to the item.
See, this is what I'm saying. So I have to do. It's more than just one item then.
Unless we apply a collection that has all the prerequisites already filled out.
So it doesn't do. So this is more complicated than I thought.
You have to create the discount and you have to change the item. You have to add the discount code to the item. That's why I said it's a little bit beyond your bandwidth.
No, it's not. It's just that you have it one way and it's not that way.
Okay, so now we gotta go down. You're looking for meta fields, category meta fields. Let's look at it and see if it. I think it's in category meta fields. So scroll down to category meta fields. Category meta fields, and click view all. Okay, let's go to meta fields. We're looking for theme label. There you go. It's in meta fields. So theme label, and you can write down the discount right there. And this is what's going to pop up.
Do I put 20% or what? Can I just put 20 or what?
Well, you want the customer to know what the discount is, so describe it as well as the customer can read it.
Yes, but is it going to be in a bullet thing?
Yeah, so whatever you type is what's going to show. It's going to say, if you put 20%, it's going to say 20%, but maybe they won't understand.
20% off.
But put like at checkout so they know it will happen at checkout.
Well, normally it does happen at checkout. All right, so I just figured out how to do this, which is more complicated than a toad kicking off his shoes.
Well, it's just because you don't have enough bandwidth. It's a bandwidth issue.
We need a bandwidth issue.
So you know how you have a cable, or let's say a pipe. If there's too much water going into that pipe, you have a flow issue.
How does that affect doing this?
Well, you just have too much going on in your head. This is just like another couple of steps that you got to remember. It's never going to work. There's too much flow going to you.
Do you understand? See, you and Ryan do not understand that. When I opened Professor Tinker's workshop, I did it all by myself. I created the website. I created everything all by myself.
What else were you doing, though?
I did the store, too.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is you were also involved with the current tech at the time. You were working on stuff. You were setting up your own router at home. You were involved with it all. It's like me. I would set up my own router in my house. I would fiddle with the router.
Okay, so all right, goodbye.
I don't
All right,
do that anymore.
so the Senna set is on sale right now, 20% off. All right, and they're $250, which is already on sale, so you get 20% off. So if you want to get a Senna set, you know, Senna, now is the time to get it. I'm just doing a special sale right now. Okay, and so now I have to remember what he just showed me. Okay, in the meta format. So now I have to figure out how to do that again. Meta fields. Okay. Discounts. Big Bryan sale. So I can keep adding. See, now I can keep adding items into the Big Bryan sale. Well, this is really nice. So I can go and add another item. So, we got the Rifleman that we're going to put on sale.
Did you want an apple donut? Do you like these donuts?
I hate apple donuts.
These are good.
No, apple donuts are the worst donuts you can ever eat. They have zero taste, zero flavor, and they're just disgusting. No, I hate them.
One.
Hate them. Hate them. Worst donuts ever. No, I don't like them. They're terrible looking.
I'm just trying to show them off. Those are the apple donuts. They're really good.
Okay. Yeah, 20% off. So the Rifleman now has 20% off. So I'm going to start, well, that's what I'm going to start doing is going around the store and putting sales on things so you can get a deal. So right now you can get the Arton Senna set. Now I wanted to do that to the Rally set last time. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the site here and discounts. And we're going to add another item. We're going to put the Rally set. Rally. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the item. Because we got the Rally set. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add a discount Meta fields, and we're going to offer 20% off. And then we go to Rally. And pretty soon that should come up. Well, that's not showing up, the discount. Why isn't that? Well, let's see what I didn't do here. 20% off. All right, that's saved. %20 off. Let's go back to the Meta discounts. Okay, we got the Senna set. Rally. Well, now why isn't that working? Because the Rally is supposed to have 20% discount code on it, and it's not showing up. All right, so I have those 3 items, 20%. Then go to product. Dimensions. %20 off. Well, it's not showing up. Why not? Why not? Unbelievable. Just not my day. It's not my day. So what am I doing wrong that it's not showing the discount? Well, I don't know why it's not showing the discount, guys. I've got all here. Product meta fields. Dimensions, 20% off. 20% off. The discount is listed. All customers, 20% off of 3 products. They're not seeing the discount, though. That's the problem. The big Bryan sale. The big Bryan sale. Chucky B is watching. Carry the 2. Try entering 50%. Nice going, Kevin W. I see 20% flag. Yes, it's on the Senna set. It's on the Senna set, but it's not showing on the Auto World set for some reason. It's not showing the discount 20% off. And I've refreshed a million times. What that means is Daniel doesn't know what he's talking about. Or he'll say that it has to do with information flow, that it's too much information. I don't understand what I'm talking. Basically, he's saying that his dad is an idiot. That's really what he's saying. He's saying that I don't have the capability of understanding what is going on. Now, that could be true, that I've got so much in my mind that it's job guessing I'll have to pull the trigger on the Senna set. Yes. I mean, give me a break. Might be right. Probably user error. Oh, it is user error. It is user error. Yep. I've done everything he said to do. Dimensions. I got Dimensions, which is the 20% off. Product meta fields. View all. 20% off. Sales and promotion. Nope, not that. 20% off. I did that right, just like he did on the last one. I already done 2 of these. It's not like I haven't done 3. And go to discount. We got 3 items listed. The rally set, the rifleman, and the Senna set. All on our thingamajiggy. Okay? They're all here. It's not like I'm trying to create a problem. It's just that the bullet thing is not showing up. Now, is that because there's 2 items? I don't understand. Because if I click the item, it should show you it should show the 20% little thingamajiggy. Thingamajiggy. The thingamajiggy. And, we can't ship anything. Oh my God, because the post office is closed. See, now Ryan is, here's the problem I have with Ryan. Ryan is basically sitting in his mattress store, which he's always got an excuse of why he's not making any money. And I've never heard of a business like Ryan. It's literally, it's insane. So he's just sitting there doing nothing. Bandwidth, Bryan, has a short circuit. Loosen your belt. Ryan's not doing anything. Ryan could fix this or send me a text on why it's not working. Because I've done everything. I've done everything that's supposed to happen. And the only thing that I could think of is that, all right, so I'm just going to randomly put another item on sale. Just going to randomly put an item. California Cruising. All right, we're going to put that on sale. So we're going to add that. Then we're going to go to product. Let's see if this happens, okay? We're going to go to product. All right, so California Cruising. We got 20% off. Okay, now we've had California Cruising. And then we're going to look for it. All right, so it's not working. All right, so the only other thing I could think of is because I changed products, specific conditions. But I've already got the Sienna, the Ralphman and the Sienna both show 20% off. Why not? Why does the California Cruising does not show the 20% off? But nobody wants to tell me how to do it. Nobody wants to do it. $58 people watching the live stream today. Unbelievable. Daniel! Daniel! Oh, that smells so good. I know he can hear me in there. He's not here. He's not here. I've done everything. I've done everything that is supposed to happen. I followed his unless you can only do Okay, so Bryan, big Bryan sale. Because the rifleman shows the discount. See it? It shows 20% off. See the little 20% off thing? I don't understand how it's not showing on the rally set. It's got something that didn't. Oh, I know why. I found it to error. I figured out what it was. I just figured out what I did. It was a user error. I didn't save all the data that I put in there. Okay, and so it has to go through the save function, thinking that was the problem, but it still doesn't show the bullet sign. You can't make this stuff up. You really can't. All right, so I saved that, and it's still not showing the California cruising. No, it didn't do that. That didn't fix it. Shoot. I thought by saving the discounts that was going to save it, but that didn't do it either. Oh my gosh. Oh, my neck hurts. Oh boy. See, this is what really upsets me is that Ryan is watching this live stream because he's not doing anything. He could get on there and say, hey, I fixed the problem. Here's what you need to do. Because I've got everything in the system correctly. I've added unless you can only have so many items under each listing. I don't know if that's true or not. But I've got 2 items that I did right that have the correct discount. But it's not showing it on the the rally set or the California cruising set. So why is it not showing on those? Is that too many items, specific products? Percentage wise, add products. I got both add products added. I saved it. Start time, end date. We're gonna have that run for a week. That sale will go for a week, and it'll automatically come off. But I can't get the rally set and the California cruising to show up with the stupid discount code. I have no idea why it's not showing the discount code. I got no answer here. Yeah, I know. That's because it shows it on sale in the cart. But it should have a little bullet that says 20% off. So when you're shopping, you say, oh, that's 20% off. It's not showing that. I don't get it. No, I know it does. It shows the discount when it comes out of when you go into checkout. Yes. But I want it to show 20% here when you're looking at the other item does, the Senna set does. I'll show you. You put in the dimension, you put it in the dimension field. Dimension field. All right, let's do the rally again. All right, so, well, he has the, all right, so the product meta field, product meta field. Well, that's he said meta field, which view all meta field sales and promotion. Oh, themed label. Okay, here, hold on. I fixed it. I got it fixed. Daniel had it all messed up.
It's a bandwidth issue.
No. It had nothing to do with it.
You put it
It's
in dimension.
no, I know that, but that's the way you had it when it was initially done. Okay, so you didn't want to spend the time and really help me understand what I did wrong. And I fixed it, and I did it because I looked at that. I go, why is this in the dimension field? And because that's the way the last time you said the meta field, and then I clicked over here, and it's really themed label is what it should be. And you didn't tell me that.
Can I get a word in?
No, you cannot, honestly.
How are you tracking these so that then later when you want to take away these discounts, how are you going to be able to figure out what you did?
I already did that. Do you want me to show you how I did that?
Did you add a tag?
No, I didn't add any tag. You want me to show you how I did it? So I went to because I do understand how these operate, okay? I'm not a complete, absolute idiot like you and Ryan think I am.
Do you presume that we think
No, you think that. So discount thing here, it goes then all the way in the bottom, it says, all these things are going to go off sale on the 20th of the month.
You're just using one discount.
I mean, I've already got 4 items of the items that I put on sale.
Okay, but you're just using one discount, just 20% off.
20% off.
Okay, so an even easier step. Well, never mind.
How can that not be easier?
Never mind, I'm not gonna make it easier.
No. How can that not be easier?
Well, so you can add the meta field later, all at once, but then you would have to attribute a tag to each one. But just keep doing that. Just keep doing that. You're doing great, kid.
I swear. I need Zach here. I need Nate. I like to know where Nate
I
is.
need Mac here. So
Okay, I'm going to tell him to come in.
no.
Yeah, I am.
You can't tell somebody to take a day off. And then
Hey,
tell them to
Mac,
come in.
I hate to tell you this.
He's not gonna get here till
Hey,
one
Mac,
anyway. You already
I hate to tell you this, but Daniel says that you need to come in today. I don't know what to tell you. Now, if you want to call him and complain, you can, but
No, you
for
can't
some
tell
reason,
somebody to take a day
they are
off
literally
and
not
then
letting
take
this
off.
go from me. From now on, if I tell you to take the day off, tell me you can't tell me to take the day off. Daniel does.
There you
Okay?
go.
There, I just sent that to Mac Henry. And all of the updates to OSI 26 suck. Okay?
Yeah, I don't like any of them.
I don't like any of them. You know, but see, here's what it's all about. It is about people at Apple have no idea what they have to pay all these people thousands of dollars. And what they do is they just sit there, okay, well, let's redo the entire email thing and make all these new little things. I'm just kidding. You don't have to come in, but Daniel is driving me crazy. Give him a call for a second.
It's communication. You don't communicate with me.
I don't have to communicate all the time.
Sometimes
Mac
it's nice, though.
won't answer. Mac won't answer. Brian, 2 favorite things, Apple products and EV products. No, I don't have a problem with Apple. I do know that the best cell phone that was ever made, that was truly the best phone ever made,
Moto X.
was the Moto X. No, the Storm.
No, the Moto X was the best phone ever made.
The Storm and the BlackBerry were the best phones ever made. The Apple phone is probably the most inferior phone. Matter of fact, you know what they showed me? So I went to Apple today, or I went to Apple yesterday because I was thinking about getting Jessie an upgrade to her phone. And they told me that this iPhone, so here's the iPhone. All of the computers to the iPhone are right here. Just this little area right here. Okay. The rest of the whole phone is a battery. Everything that controls the processor, everything is right here. I was amazed. All right. So Mac Henry, I appreciate you thoughtfulness. A true owner understands his employees' needs and can read the room. Danny is running a gulag and turns a conversation around on him. Okay. Okay, now that was very funny. A gulag is running a gulag. Turns the conversation around on him. That's pretty funny. Bryan. Okay, so Bryan. Okay, Bryan. Share your name and photo. Bryan, what is this? I don't understand. Why are they doing all this stuff? I don't want avatars. I don't know why they have these avatars. I'm not an avatar. I'm a person. I'm not an avatar. I'm a human being. All right, let's get back to apple fritters. I hate apple fritters. I hate an apple fritter. I've always hated an apple fritter. The only thing that I like of apple is I like an apple Pop-Tart or an apple, not an apple croissant or an apple dart, you know. So today is going to be a. I needed. I don't have any of my donuts. I ate them all. I hate to tell you this. All right, so I was going to do a bunch of okay. That's not how you treat employees. Donut withdrawal, Arbuckle, Apple Pan. I had an Arbuckle breakfast this morning. I had eggs, bacon, and water. I had eggs, bacon, and water. I had a nice breakfast. By the way, I got those hash browns at Costco. They're in a kind of like a jar, and you just add water to them. You let the water sit for 12 minutes, and then you put them in the fryer. They're actually quite good. And they're mostly potatoes. There is some potassium nitrate, I think, in them, but mostly, I mean, it's potatoes. Okay, it's shredded potatoes, and I think they add some other things just for preservatives. Okay, because I think they're freeze dried, if I'm not mistaken. But the problem with the hash brown is that Costco never has anything for long term. That's the only thing I don't like about Costco, which I like about Sam's better, is that Costco. You know what's funny, that you know who started this whole. Do you know who really started all these warehouse places? BJ Wholesale, back in 1990. BJ's Wholesale, and there was a BJ Wholesale in Toledo, Ohio, and for some reason they closed. I don't know why. Because every time I went to BJ Wholesale, it was packed. Okay? And I don't know how they went out of business. Honestly, I don't. You got a Sam's Club came in 94, because I've been a member since 94. Sam's Club. Right on my card, it says what year I became a member. It was the first. I remember them coming to my newsstand. And saying, hey, we are opening up Sam's Club, which is for retailers, to buy product in bulk. And would you like to join? And I had my newsstand, and I said, well, that's a good idea. And so I became a member of Sam's Club in 1994. Okay? 1994. I think I got my membership here, right here. And it says my year date right there. Membership. Maybe 92. No, membership since 1992. 1992. I've been a member since 1992. 1992. 1992. Membership since 1992. Sam's Club. 1992. That was the first year they opened in Toledo, Ohio. 92. It's funny how, before that it was Costco, it was BJ's, and for some reason, I don't know whether BJ's closed. I can't remember why BJ's. I didn't go to BJ's as much, because I don't know if it was closer, and then Costco opened like 10 years later in 2000. It's not Costco's. Not, hey Siri, when did the first Costco open? 1983 in Seattle. Hey Siri, when did the first BJ open wholesale? 1984. Hey Siri, when did the first Sam's Club open? 1983. Oklahoma. So they all started around the same year. 19. Do you realize how not that far ago that is? 1983, 84. And then they just went all over the country. Okay, and Toledo had BJ's first, and then they left. There's a BJ in Cleveland. And why they closed the one here in Toledo, I'll never know. Hey Siri, why did they close the BJ wholesale in Toledo, Ohio? It is funny. Hey Siri, why did the BJ wholesale in Toledo close? Huh. Corporate greed 40 years ago. Now you stop and think about that. That's 40 years ago. Because I had a BJ wholesale counter first, and that was like in 1990, actually 1987. Or no, 1999. 1989. Because I got an inflatable, they had an inflatable catamaran that I literally used until it disintegrated. It was the greatest thing I ever bought. It was an inflatable catamaran. It was a sailboat. I used to take Ryan. I'd put Ryan on my lap, okay, and I would sail. We were up in Canada. I'd inflate this catamaran, and I'd put Ryan on my lap, okay. I was much lighter then. I'd put Ryan on my lap, and I would go sailing around in these lakes. Oh, I had so much fun with it. It was so easy to set up. It was an inflatable catamaran. Siri doesn't have the bandwidth. Brian, who is harder on vehicles, Daniel or Kathy? Well, Daniel, it's not harder on vehicles. It's just Kathy has wrecked more cars than I have owned, okay? She has totaled literally, she's totaled 2 minivans, complete, totaled to destruction, okay? And, but she's been in hundreds of fender benders. Kathy has been. Hundreds of fender benders. He kept swimming back. He kept swimming back. Brian, who is harder on, remind me not to ride with her. Oh, don't ride. All right, so let's go over some things here, guys, because people do watch this for slot cars. And we do sell slot cars. We try to sell slot cars. But we sold more guns last weekend than anything else, okay? We sold more slot cars. The problem is we've got the same amount of people watching, and we need to get more people watching. Now, right now, I have 58 people watching the live stream today. So, I can only tell you, oh, Tron, okay, so, just so everybody knows, don't go, oh my gosh. Don't go see the Tron movie, okay? It's terrible. Unbelievable. That's screwed up again. I hate X. Unbelievable. Why does this do this? Crazy Monday. You just touched the wrong button on X and it will bump you off the live stream. You just do one thing on X and it will bump you off the live stream. So the new Tron movie, Tron Ares, is absolutely a garbage pile. They literally don't know what they're doing. You know what movie I watched, which was a pretty good movie last night? Hunter Killer with Gerald, something Gerald guy. Anyways, he plays a submarine captain. Of course, all the actors are British in an American submarine movie. It's called Hunter Killer. The only problem is it's got females on submarines. I'm sorry, I was on ships with females. They just don't belong on a submarine with guys. It's just, it's just my opinion. If you disagree with me, I totally understand. But, you don't put women on a submarine. If you want to put them on ships, I guess that's okay. But you don't put them on a submarine with guys. I'm sorry. That's just is wrong. And I hate submarine movies with girls on it. So that's just I'm a racist. I'm a bigot. I'm a homophobe. I'm a chauvinist pig. But that's just me, Donald wouldn't like. Arbuckle, Bandwidth Bryan is still peddling toy guns to slot car viewers. Well, it's not just slot car viewers, okay? We've got a lot of people that are watching this channel that don't buy slot cars. They probably want me to show off toy guns, but I can't. I can't show any of the toy off. But we can show you off is the Thunder Road cars. And these are the Plymouth Furies. And if you don't have a set of these are pretty sweet. The Thunder Road cars. See, and I understand a lot of you, like Arbuckle. For example, I understand Arbuckle. So Arbuckle, he'll buy certain things from our website, but I know that he buys most of his stuff from Hobby Lobby. A lot of you guys do. You see Thunder Road and you're saying, well, I'm going to wait until they show up at Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to take my chances and see if I can get them for $19.99. I totally understand. And there's no way that I could be in business, okay, if I sold these cars for $19.99. Just impossible. It's just physically impossible, okay? And that's the dilemma that we have. We have a dilemma, okay, whether to sell slot cars at all anymore. Just completely get out of slot cars completely. Just when we get the semi, when we get the Golf tanker, and we sell out of that, we just say to everybody, I'm sorry guys, but we are no longer selling slot cars, okay? Because it's unprofitable to sell slot cars, because everybody wants to give them away. You got RC Superstore, everybody wants to sell them at cost or close to it. Well, you know what? You can't make a business that way. Nobody does. And they end up going out of business sooner or later. And that's the dilemma. That's the dilemma that we're going to be faced. I was at the show. Horizon Hobby literally blew out at least, I'm going to make a bold statement. They literally closed out at least $100,000 worth of Racemaster stuff. cars, sets. They just closed it out. Sold it below my cost. Sold the cars below my cost. Sold the sets to below my cost. Just blew it out. Not only that, they did it with Auto World too. Sets, cars, everything. How is that good for the business? It's not good for the business. Now, are these beautiful? Yes, these are great looking cars. Okay, I do like these. They've done a good job with these cars. How do we continue, guys? I'm trying. You know, I literally am. I'm trying to be optimistic right now. I am trying to have an open mind. I'm trying to have a positive attitude. Okay. You got the 69 Ford Torino. I mean, how many times have they done this car? Or the 68 Ford Torino. How many times have they done this car? Seriously. How many have they done? I've done all the Thunder Roads. I've done all the cars. Okay. You got the blue and the silver. You know, I understand customers, and that's why I'm thinking about just, offering club members, just going all out with club members, saying, if you buy from us, it's $10 a month, okay, to be a club member. And if you become a club member, okay, you're gonna get, a substantial discount. Okay. And if you don't want to use your discount, but I told Daniel, I said, I'd rather do awards. Just do award program. Instead of club members, just do an award program. The more you buy, the bigger discount you get, I honestly, it's a very difficult decision, especially when you have and I'm not knocking Hobby Lobby. They're doing what they need to do. And if there's no Hobby Lobby selling Auto World product and Race Master product, I don't know how much Race Master Hobby Lobby buys, but if you're selling 20,000 cars a year to Hobby Lobby and you're selling 5,000 or 6,000 sets to Hobby Lobby, a year, you're gonna do whatever they ask you to do. And they're getting cars at a much reduced price than I am. I mean, that's all there is to it. You can't say, well, that's not happening. Well, it is happening. And it's just like, okay, well, so what do we do? I don't know, honestly. I mean, I can keep promoting the product, like showing it off and everything, and doing my live streams. I mean, I've got 60 people watching my live stream today. That's not a lot of people, but it's 60 people. I mean, 60 people are sitting at home watching the show nonstop. Auto World needs to do more exotic sports cars. No, it's getting the license, guys. It's easy to say, hey, we're going to get the license, but it's getting the stupid license. It's getting the Porsche license. It's getting you can't get the Ferrari license because Ferrari owns that. Carrera paid for that back in 2010. They paid $300,000 for the lifetime exclusive. Now, is that good for the hobby? No, it's not good for the hobby. Ferrari screwed their whole business by doing that. They wanted that instant money up front, and so now nobody can do Ferrari slot cars. You've got Bugatti, you got Ferrari, Bugatti, you got Lamborghini, you got all these Lamborghini cars. You got all these cars that are available. I guarantee you the Porsche 911 Back in all the Porsches in the 1960s and all the Ferraris in the 1960s have lapsed, and they could do those cars. Just put all they have to do is put exotic sports car. That's all you have to do on the package. You don't have to do anything other than exotic sports car. And people are going to know exactly what that car is. They're going to know it's a Porsche. They know that's going to be a Ferrari. And you get away from using these stupid licenses. Well, then Hobby Lobby, they sent back a bunch of product to Auto World. Then Auto World is coming and asking me, why are my numbers not up there? Listen, I don't want to, you know what? Oh, you're going to get yourself in trouble, Bryan. You're going to get yourself in trouble. And then your sons will come yelling at you, and you don't do that. Don't go down that road, okay? Because I'm going to get myself in trouble, okay? Because I start to tell the truth. There's one thing that people don't want to hear, and that is the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. I don't think they're a terrible. I don't know why. Oh, Auto World has become a terrible company. Listen, everybody has their direction that they want to go, okay? And this is the way they want to go. And so I don't own the company. I don't own the company. And I don't know what to do. All I know is this. There's one thing that I do know, okay, which is absolutely true, okay? And there's nothing that you can take away from that. I am the only retailer in the frickin' country, in the entire country of America, that did 45 exclusives in 3 years. I'm the only one that, I don't know why I'm going down this road today. I hadn't planned on going down it. I'm the only one that did 45 exclusives in 3 years. I'm the only retailer that sold 500 Victory 400s. I'm the only retailer. There is no other retailer that sold 500 Victory 400s. I'm the only single retailer. I'm not a distributor. I'm the only single retailer that sold nearly 1,000 sets over the last 4 years. Tell me one retailer that got close to 1,000 sets, and I would kiss his foot. Now, am I upset? No, I'm not upset. I don't get upset anymore. I don't get upset. I don't get frustrated. I don't lose my
Why are you getting upset then?
I don't lose my temper. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. I don't lose my temper. I don't get upset. I don't get frustrated with anything. I don't need to anymore. Okay? I'm just having a nice, fun live stream. I've got 68 people that have been watching nonstop for the last hour. What are they watching for? What do they want to hear from me? Do they want me to show them the Golf Corvettes? Is that what they want me to show them? Do they want me to show them what's really cool out there?
Glue. Right? Isn't BSI glue?
I don't want it here.
Where do you want it?
Just put it over there.
Okay.
Calm down, Bryan. calm down. So they want me to calm. So Robert Duvall wants me to calm down. Robert Duvall wants me to calm down. Okay. And I am calm. I'm about as calm as I can. Christopher Columbus Day sale, everything is 1995. Everything is 1999. You know, that is a great idea. Just do one day, all slot cars. All Auto World slot cars are 1999 for one day. Just one day, 1999. Everything, 1999. $14.92. $14.92. $14.92. Columbus sailed the ocean blues. You know, I was listening to the history of steam in New York City, and I can't think of the guy's name, but there were two guys in Upper New York that he was trying to figure out a way to heat his house, and he invented the home steam system that would heat the house, okay, through a boiler system, through pipes and everything, and which revolutionized New York City, because New York City still operates on steam, okay, which is I won't say it's the most effective way of heating, but it is very efficient, okay, because all you have is a water system that is a sealed system, all right, and the water is just pumped. It's steam basically that goes through the pipes and then goes through the radiators. I remember a couple of houses that we had that steam radiators. Matter of fact, you had to turn those things down because you would roast in your bedrooms if you didn't turn the steam down. And there was just a valve right on the radiator. You turned them down and less steam would come into the room. Very efficient. And I'm just thinking about all the things that we take advantage of, okay? All the things that we take advantage of in 2025. That it just in 1983. In 1983, when I was in the Navy, there was no such thing as a cell phone. You had the big bricks, you know, that were giant. That was just 1983. I was on a nuclear-powered submarine, most powerful, and that's what's so amazing about submarines is they were the nuclear submarine in 1969 was the most powerful piece of equipment ever designed by man. There's only two items there's only been two items that are equal in technology and just sheer technology, and that's the space shuttle and the submarine, the U.S. submarine. I mean, if it wasn't for food, if it wasn't for the need of food, okay, we would never have to leave a submarine. Okay, it manufactured our own oxygen. We had an oxygen scrubber. We split water, hydrogen, and oxygen. We pumped the oxygen into the sub. We had CO2 scrubbers that would scrub the CO2, and then the oxygen would be mixed with the regular oxygen we have to give us fresh oxygen. We had water, unlimited water supply. We had our own desalination plant. We didn't need anything. The only thing we needed was food. Everything else was provided on the submarine. The most advanced equipment ever made by man, the submarine. And that's why I was watching that movie last night, Hunter Killer, with Gerald, what's the name? Oh, I can't think of his name. Gary Ottman was in it too. He was kind of an odd character in it. I don't know why he was a man. He's supposed to be an admiral, but he's way too short as an admiral. You know who would have been a better person in that movie? At that rate, it would have been shoot, what's his name? I can't think of the guy's name anymore. Shoot. I'll come up with his name later on. Everyone will be eating soybeans, Arbuckle. And the person who invented the white powdered donuts, everyone will be eating soybeans. Saturn V rocket, 1960, we landed on the moon. Why did Arbuckle talk about the soybeans? Oh, that's because China has quit buying soybeans from us. 1969, we land on the moon. Chucky, 2492 would be fair. Talking about James Watt, Bryan, what's the price point at the public? We accept 160. Bryan, what's the price point that public will accept on one? Well, no, I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now what the price of 164's car should be. They should never be over $20. There's no reason why a 164 scale car is over $20. Not when Carrera can make Carrera Go cars and retail them for $22.99. Tell me why Carrera can sell their cars to the retailer, okay? I can't tell you the price, but they're pretty good. And sell and I retail them for $22.99. $22.99. How do you do that? How do you sell a car for $22.99 to the consumers, a Carrera Go car that's twice the size of an HO car? Just telling you. They should never sell more than $19.99. Ever. Ever. Jessica. Okay, Jessica, that's fine. Nothing bothers me on the contrary. I don't like to bother them. But one of the reasons why we came to the U.S. is because Danny and I, but especially your son, wants our children to spend time with their grandparents and have experiences with memories. Yes, I totally understand. Please forgive me for yesterday. Yesterday was a very crazy day. Kathy got in an accident yesterday. I was very stressed yesterday. Do you understand? I mean, think about it. So I'm driving down the street. I'm on the highway. You know, just driving the kid. I'm taking all the kids to go to Dave & Buster's just for a fun time. All of a sudden, I get a random phone call from my wife, which I have gotten 5 times. Just so you know, I have gotten the same phone call from my wife 5 times. Hey, dear, just wanted to let you know we're okay. That's what she says. We're okay, but the car, I had an accident. Okay, and so what is a person, you know, if I didn't have any emotions, you know what I wish I could do? I wish I could find those pods and put one of those pods next to me and go to bed and have that pod just suck all my life out of me, and then it transferred into the new body that is completely emotionless. No emotion at all. Just a pod replacement. Okay, then I could be a Night of the Night of the Living, not Night of the Living Dead, I would just be a replacement, an emotionless person. You know, that's what I could be, just emotionless. Now, what I'm going to do is, so right now here, I'm going to come down here. I'm going to do another discount here. All right, so I'm going to put these on sale here, right? I'm going to tell you after because this is I can do this now. I don't need Daniel looking over my back and everything. So I'm going to do this here. Because now I'm going to see how this works, okay? So we're going to add another product. And I'll tell you what it is after I'm done with it, okay? Okay, so we've got it in there. Now I have to go to the item. All right, so I'm in the item. Now I have to go to view all, label thing. We're going to put 20%. No, I totally understand. Believe me, I understand. I was totally inappropriate yesterday. And sometimes you can't always hear my humor. But I am not mad at all, okay? Period. I am not mad at all. I don't care when the kids come over. Just sometimes Grandpa gets grumpy. All right, so we just did the new item. All right. And I'm going to go to the item, SC395. Oh, there it is. So SC395, which is the Thunderjet and the 4-gear release, which are the Batmobiles, all the Batmobiles, all 4 Batmobiles, everything is 20% off. 20% off on the Batmobiles. Get them now, okay? Get them now. Get her done. Get her done. And it's all the Bryan's bargains. And you're going to see it's going to be a red little discount thing, 20% off. Whenever you see that, that means an item is instantly 20% off. When you check out, you're going to get that 20% off. Okay, now I'm not making that 20%. I'm giving that away, obviously. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to compete with Hobby Lobby, okay? I'm trying to compete with Hobby Lobby, all right? Now, I think, Derek, hey, I told you just what you need to be funny. Okay, so I just need to be funny for Derek. That's all I need to be funny. Yes. No. I totally understand. Believe me, I understand. I was totally inappropriate yesterday, and sometimes you can't always hear my humor. But I am not mad at all. Okay? I am not mad at all. I don't care when the kids come over. Just sometimes Grandpa gets grumpy. I get grumpy. You know, I mean, what do you want me to tell you? You know, I just get grumpy. Adam, sounds like you're in hot water with your favorite daughter-in-law. I am in hot water. She was not happy yesterday. She was upset. Better flip-flop black over Monday because this is what Jessie sent me this morning. She sent me this message. Dad, I'm sorry for inviting people to your house. It's because we don't have the space here. As soon as the house is ready, you will see us less at your house, which I don't want that. I want them to always feel free to come over. But all I'm asking is, if you're going to come over, say, hey, Dad, we're going to come over. And I'll, yeah, sure, fine. Just let me know you're coming over. Okay? You know, just let me know you're coming over. Bryan, please share your knowledge on what happened with Scale Electric. I am seeing big price drops on all cars and sets. Are you going to continue to sell one? All right, so here's what happened. Here's what happened with Scale Electric. Because I was a part of Scale Electric before it was with Alan Smith and Hornby USA, because Scale Electric was with the company that I used to work for, Irwin Toy, and that's how I got started in all this. You know, I try to tell everybody, you know, I didn't come into this business completely novice. Okay, I'm not a just completely novice person. I wasn't one of the best salesmen at Irwin Toy. Okay, I wasn't so good at Irwin that I asked Grant Irwin for a raise, and he had to go to his brother-in-law, which he hated, and said, Bryan needs a raise. Okay, and I got the raise. Okay, I got the raise at Irwin Toy. Okay, because I'm great at what I do, and I don't shy off it. I am excellent at what I do. Okay, now I can be a little arrogant sometimes. I can be a little bombastic. Okay, I can be a little pompous sometimes, but you know what? Everybody is. Everybody has their little fluke, and so Scale Electric decided to shaft Irwin Toy, which was doing a great job selling their product, by the way, and then they had hired me to help sell it. They decided to bring it in themselves, and so Scale Electric, the problem with Scale Electric is they were paying. Scale Electric USA should have been a separate company in the United States. Now, if they want to send some of the extra money over to England, that's great. But Scale Electric USA should have been buying product from China at the cost that it was costing Scale Electric Hornby. But no, Hornby was adding prices to it, okay? They were jacking the prices up, all right? Okay, I don't understand why you're sending me these things, Adam. You got to stop with all these memes. And so Scale Electric raised the prices to Scale Electric Hornby USA. They couldn't compete anymore in the US. And so they just did away, and you had all the overhead cost, you had the salesmen and everything. And so what they've done is they just did away with it. And so now it's going to be, I don't know how they're going to do it. Honestly, I don't know how they're going to do it. They have to warehouse it somewhere. They have to warehouse it. Same thing with Spain. They have to warehouse it somewhere. And you need a distributor to distribute it for you. And the problem with, and I'll tell you right now, the problem with distributors is a lot of distributors don't know what the heck they're doing. They get another product line and it just sits there. And then I screwed up my Social Security too. That's another thing that's all messed up. Think of those Social Security checks. I messed up my Social Security, and I called somebody last week. Ha ha ha, sounds familiar. I messed up my Social Security. I don't know what you're talking about, Adam, Ryan. Everything Ryan, everything you learned from sales, you learned it from me. Okay? That's all I have to say. Everything you know about sales, you learned from me. Everything. So, I don't need you to be lecturing me on sales, you little twerp. I've got 51 people watching this live stream today. 51 people. Okay, so we got those on sale, and these are all the These are all on sale. Oh, here's Ryan. Okay, so Ryan's not on the Pro Tinker. He's on Ryan Young. I didn't learn a lot. I did learn a lot, but you have to remember, Craig, I worked with him for a while, and I read a lot of books. Yeah, you know what? People that read books. No. All these guys that have money, they basically write these. And this is, he's going to get me in trouble. Ryan's going to get me in trouble, because all these books that you've read of all these people, they basically write these books. They basically took out about $500,000 in debt to print the book, okay, and then try to get you to believe in their horse crap. Ryan, did you sell any beds? No, he hasn't sold any beds. He hasn't sold a mattress in almost a week. Unbelievable. That's what I have to deal with. All right, so we're going to add another car, and we're going to add, I'm going to add this one too. Okay. Now, if you want to go to SC, SC 380, they're 20% off. SC 380 is 20% off. For now, SC 380, and this sale goes on until next Monday. And that is the rally, all the rally cars. SC 380 is on sale too. I'm going to do items all day long. I'm going to add items all day long, okay? Bryan, you reading comments? I'm trying to keep up with the comments. Millionaire makers that date me. Let's see here. Skip 3 or Skippy Doo Da Day. Let me beautiful day. Skippy Doo Doo Da, Skippity Day. My oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine, plenty of day. Skippity Doo Da, Skippity Day. Rage, man. High blood pressure. Think of those Social Security checks. Ha ha ha. Sounds familiar. Yellow shirt, control the deck. It's not real life. Yeah, so you know what I did so last month, back in July 18th, I submitted Social Security to start getting Social Security. They said it would take about 30 days. Well, then I called a month ago and said, what's taking so long? She goes, it takes a couple of times. She didn't know that because then I called again last Thursday, and the lady goes, "Hi." She's very nice. Everybody at Social Security was very nice. She goes, "Well, now there is you put down for July of 26 to start your payments." I go, no, that was, no, well, I don't want that. Can that get changed? Yeah, we can change that. So they're going to try to get, they're in the process of changing that. And so I will get retro. I said, now, will I get it from the date that we're talking, or is it the date that I filed? She goes, no, you'll get it from the date you file, which is, I filed in January or July of the 18th. So I'll get July, August, September, October. So I'll get 4 months of Social Security all at one time is what I'm supposed to get. I don't know if that's supposed to get. So, I mean, Victor, please. Oh, yeah. So Scale Electric create their own problem. And it's not only Scale Electric. Carrera is having the same problem. SCX is having the same problem of bringing stuff into the U.S. Everybody's having the same problem right now of bringing stuff into the U.S. And until one of these manufacturers realizes that they can make all this stuff in the U.S., everything. Until somebody realizes that, nothing's going to change. So can we be a business owner and own and collect SS? Just yes. Yeah, as long as it's I'm not making that much because I'm deferring it into the company. But yeah, you could be collecting Social Security at 62. Most people should collect Social Security at 62. Or do we have to retire and sell to kids? No, you can keep. I'm getting Social Security right now. My sons are co-owners of the business. Everything gets. I'm on a W-2 right now, which I want to get off of. Nobody should be on a W-2, first of all. Nobody should be getting a W-2 if you're a store owner. And that's one of our problems, that we are still using we're still paying ourselves a W-2. And that's not what should happen. So can millionaire makers, that makes dates. Bryan, you're reading comments. I'm trying to read comments. So Scale Electric and Carrera, they've created their own problem. Scale Electric has really created a problem. They got all these new licenses. They started going down all this license trap, and their prices just literally went through the roof, and they can't afford them. They can't afford the cars. And so we're trying to sell our cars. They're trying to sell theirs, and it just, none of it's gone right. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's gone right. Now, I could get it from the horse's mouth. No. Yeah, it's Bryan. Bryan Young. Give me a call. What's going on? Unbelievable. Jimmy Carter was the first. Bryan, did you do at all in Vegas in sales? Yeah, I did about $6,000. I think about 10 once, because I know there's a couple people that are going to do an order later on once they got back, like this week or next week. Yeah, did Ryan sell any beds? That's what I'd like to know. How many mattresses did Ryan sell? Yeah, that's the question right there is. Yeah. See, that's the question. How many beds or how many mattresses have you sold in the last week? That's the question. One this weekend. So he sold one mattress the whole weekend. Okay? The whole weekend. He only sold one mattress. Okay? Now, you could do the same mistake over and over again, expect the different results, or you have to look at your model and say, what do I need to do to create more sales? Okay? That's what you have. Now, Ryan is blaming the economy, that the economy is in a recession. Okay? That's what Ryan is saying. Okay, that the economy is in a recession. Now, I did notice something that at the Franklin Park Mall. So the Franklin Park Mall is the premium mall, the only premium mall in Northwest Ohio anymore. It was built in 1970, 71 actually, and it was the most premium. Actually, they redid it about 10 years ago. They got the best part. They tore down the best part of the mall, which was this giant glass, kind of like a dome. It was kind of like almost like a diamond a square diamond sitting on top of the mall. Beautiful. They tore that down. Best part of the mall. I was in there yesterday with the grandkids, and the amount of vacancies that were in that mall, staggering. I'd never seen a mall so empty in my entire life. Now, some people would contribute that to inflation, sales, everybody has their opinion on the economy. Everybody has their opinion on taxes and on, tariffs. People hate tariffs. Tariffs is not it's a tax on us. Okay. Because we're the ones that paying it. Okay. The retailer, but it has nothing to do. You know what? It's going to get me in trouble. Then fine. Let's do away with tariffs. Let everybody rape America. Let them sell their stuff into our country at no tariffs, and then we make nothing in it anymore. Let's do that. Let's just shut all the factories in America. Let's just be a vassal state. Let's just be a country that we are just consumers, and we don't make anything in America. That's what we can do, okay? No, they're made in the United States. Let's not. Let's not. Yeah, no kidding. Do you know what do you realize what our tariffs were all through the 50s and the 60s? You just couldn't bring stuff into the country and then there'll be a 100% tariff in their country. Okay? Why do you think all these cap guns are made in Spain? Because the dictator in 1970s or in the 60s said, listen, I want my workers to have a job. So nothing that you bring into this country, you have to make it in this country, or else there's going to be a high tariff. Okay? That's what happened to Scale Electric too, Hornby. Listen, if I was the owner of Auto World, that's exactly what I would do. I would bring everything back to the United States. I would manufacture it in Ohio, Southern Ohio, the Rust Belt, okay, or even Zanesville, Crooksville. You have a lot of low-skilled, not no low-skilled, but you have a lot of population, okay, which would give you a lot of workers, okay, to be your workers to work in the in your factory. And you would have one big factory that would make everything, track, cars, everything would be made in America. And honestly, I truly believe that you could get your product. Now, this is where everybody says it's impossible. I don't see it. I don't believe that. If you don't have the belief, if you don't have the belief of America that we can do anything, that we can in less than 1 year. I told you this last year. In less than 1 year, they made the USS Hornet. In 1 year, we made the Hornet. And in 1 year, less than a year, it sank. And we made more. Battery almost died. I've only got a little bit of battery left. I've been doing this for 2 hours. I've been almost 3 hours. All I can tell you is tomorrow we'll finish up tomorrow. The battery almost died. We have a battery problem. The battery's almost dead. My charger only has enough. It only has enough power to just give me about 5 minutes of video. So we're going to be signing off here. We're going to sign off on X. And we got to go charge everything. Everything is dying. I can't do these live streams over 3 hours. I got to have a charger here. $2.99 on the site. Sienna is on sale right now. You want to get them now. The Racemaster International set. Fly Navy. I got to go plug everything in or else I'm going to die here. We got our guns for we got 2 guns for these things are dying. Everything's dying, guys. Everything's dying. I gotta plug everything in. Sorry guys, we're gonna have to sign off. Everything's dying. I'm dying. See you later.